All right, we are back. Everybody is now going to present their two albums, and we made a change, as you may have noticed. We now present a mystery album, which has kind of taken the VC by storm. Everybody seems to really like this format. I mean, we love it. So, and just so you know, for those of you playing at home, you don't have to choose a mystery album. You just have to take two of the 10 that are presented. And
or one if that's all you have time for.
Yeah. And thank you for everybody watching who's playing along. And so first up again will be Marsha.
All right. So for my first album, I am presenting from 1970, the Flamin' Groovies Flamingo. Now, Glenn, you had said you were a big fan of San Francisco bands. This is a San Francisco band, but they don't have a typical San Francisco sound. They are more of a garage band who harkens back to early rock and roll sounds. This is their second album. Glenn, when you and I went to the record show, I had picked up their third album. This is a record store day release I had gotten a couple years back. I'm torn between which one I like better. Somewhere along the line, they decided to move away from like the garage rock stuff and become a power pop band in the mid 70s, which I am not familiar with that part of their career because I like garage rock stuff. I like early rock and roll stuff. So this is right up my alley. I don't know what other people feel about that. They've got some humor thrown in here with some of their songs, and they just they rock out. I don't know how to explain it any better than they just rock out.
What's the name of the album?
Flamingo.
Okay.
What year?
1970.
1970. All right.
And my copy is on pretty pink vinyl.
Okay. Kama Sutra. All right, Larry.
And I should say, this is the track listing. I couldn't find it on Spotify, but I found it on YouTube. But the YouTube version throws in some additional tracks. So the last track on this is Roadhouse.
Okay.
All right, Larry, what do you got for us?
Well, the first one I'm offering on Spotify for some reason.
Wasn't Marsha supposed to define her mystery album?
No, we're going to go around and have everybody present first.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And then do another circle around with the mystery.
Apologize.
And we'll say
I think you mean the 3 words, right?
Yeah.
3 words.
Okay, got it.
So the first one I'm offering on Spotify, at least in Canada, some of the songs on this album are blocked. So I've uploaded this album to my Patreon, and I'll have a link so you can listen to it. And it's in wave form, so it's in really good quality. But anyway, it is the final album by a very underrated 60s band, and kind of, I guess, a little bit of sunshine pop. But on this album, there's some there's some great guitar work. And once again, like the Rascals, the band actually plays on the albums that they did. It is In One Ear and Gone Tomorrow by the Buckinghams.
Oh, they're a Chicago band, I believe.
Yeah.
The Buckinghams. Yeah.
But they do your typical poppy songs, but there's some kind of heavy stuff on this, and I've always loved this album.
What year is that?
1968.
I was going to say it had to be late.
And there's the band there.
Did you say in one ear and out the other?
Yep.
And Gone.
In One Ear and Gone Tomorrow. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Next up then would be you, Glenn.
Okay. I am going with a cover of one of my favorite songwriters. Micky Dolenz does Nesmith. I love this freaking album. Micky Dolenz does a great job doing. Michael Nesmith, just a great songwriter in his own right, way past what the Monkees were doing. And Micky Dolenz did this album about 2 years ago, before Mike's passing, actually, and it is just incredible. His vocals are great. The arrangements are great. Mike's son produced this album. Love the cover, by the way. And I just think this is a fantastic album. Dolenz does Nesmith.
What year is that?
22, I think. 2022.
2022. I'm sure if you're wrong, Sam St. John will let us know in the comments.
Yeah.
All right, Chris.
All right. I am going with something a little folksy. It is from 1973. It is John Martin, Solid Air. What's the best way here? That is from 1973. The title track he dedicated to his friend Nick Drake, who was really out of it by that time and was just about to die. And he actually did die shortly after this was released. Heavy album, good vocals, really talented people that work on it with him. He does a really out of the box version of Devil Got My Woman by Skip James on this thing. I think he doesn't call it that. He calls it I'd Rather Be the Devil. But that song on this record is worth the price of admission alone. I mean, it's a great song. But just the fact that it just pops out, like it's like you wind up a Jack in the Box and this song just pops out right in the middle of this record, like it doesn't belong there, but it fits perfectly in some strange way. It just, you have this beautiful folky music happening. It's all relaxing. Then you have this just intense blues song, and it goes back to the folky music again. But I find this to be a really great record, a really relaxing record, but one that you can tell some heart was put into it. So that's my pick. It is Solid Air by John Martin from 1973.
All right. My album hails from 1982. You'll know the singer right off the bat because he's sang lead on many songs for many different acts, for Ace and for Squeeze and for Mike and the Mechanics. But also this is his second solo album, and it is Paul Carrack, Suburban Voodoo. And the way this is described as, it's a Nick Lowe album with Paul Carrack singing, because Nick Lowe's on the album. Actually, Nick Lowe and Paul Carrack had a deal. They would appear on each other's albums just in trade, helping each other out. Nick Lowe produces this. Nick Lowe writes or co-writes half of the songs. So you can see why that critic said it's basically a Nick Lowe album with Paul Carrack singing. I would say it is a non-offensive album. I can't imagine anyone giving it less than an 8. You're probably not going to give it a 9 or a 10, but it's just a solid album. So there you go. And now we do the mystery album. And we have to give 3 words only.
And Glenn, just a reminder, you can't choose one of Chris's albums every week. You have to choose mine at some point.
So, and don't show your album yet,
No.
but just go ahead and give her your 3 words, Marcia.
All right. My 3 words are cathartic, complex, and confident.
Okay. Hold on, I gotta write.
Confident?
Yes, confident.
Wow, the 3 C's.
Yeah, cathartic, confident, and what?
Complex.
Complex.
Oh,
I've got a clue what that would be.
wow.
I'm talking about myself, obviously.
I was gonna say these words are complete contradiction of each other. One. Okay, Larry, what do you got?
I've got 70s pop underrated.
We'll have to wait for comments from the peanut gallery whether underrated is 1 or 2 words. You may have used 4 words there instead of 3, Larry. We'll see. All right, Glenn, what do you got?
I got 60s
Okay.
British, and I'm using a hyphenated word, singer-songwriter.
Okay. All right, Chris.
All right. Mine is Nirvana 80s record.
Okay. And mine is Dylan's daughter's husband.
I haven't got a freaking clue what any of these would be. You guys are scaring the crap out of me here.
Okay, so first one up then. Marcia, what 2 albums you taking?
I am going all Mr. Calloway this week.
Nope, somebody get that.
Oh,
Yep,
You're
I'm
taking
going
what?
to do Dolenz Does Nesmith.
all right.
And-
I can't afford 2 twos. I just want to let you know that. I'm already at the bottom.
Okay, I'm sorry for the phone there. What were your picks, Marcia?
Dolenz Does Nesmith.
Okay. you
Sings
took-
Nesmith. It's not a porn movie.
You know what? I actually have does. I wrote down does. It is not does. It didn't say does. It's sing.
No, it sings.
Oh, wow, okay.
I just think it's because the alliteration of Dolan does.
Yeah. Okay. And I'm sorry. What was the other one?
I'm taking Glenn's mystery album.
Oh, and you're also taking Glenn's mystery album.
Yes, I'm going
Oh.
all Glenn.
Double header for Glenn. All right. So that's Larry. You are next.
I'm going with Flaming Groovies and Micky Dolenz.
Wow, 2 Mickeys, huh? All right. And Chris, or nope, Glenn. Who are you taking, Glenn?
Well, I'm also taking Flaming Groovies. And I was going to take Chris's John Martin, but I took Chris twice last week, and Larry needs some attention. I hope you don't disappoint me, Larry. I'm going to take your mystery album.
I can't believe, Glenn, you passed on Dylan's daughter's husband.
Well, because I don't know. She could be married to frickin', I don't know. Anybody.
All right.
That's scary.
Okay, Chris.
I know this is redundant, but I picked Flaming Groovies as well. So I had that one down. And I am at a loss for the next one.
Chris, just remember, I let you on this, with everybody else. I'm just putting that out there.
Oh, goodness. I'll do the 60s British singer-songwriter.
Christ, I'm not playing this week. Nobody took one of my albums.
I don't think I am either. Yeah, we're both out.
Man, that blows. Okay.
Pick your own albums.
Is this the first time
Yeah.
you've been shut out, Steve?
I think it was one other time.
Okay. I've been shut out.
So you're used to rejection.
Yeah.
Yeah. Happened a couple times in life, but okay. Who the hell do I want? I'm not taking the Flaming Groovies just on principle. That had too many picks. I'm going to take the Buckinghams. I know that definitely. I am taking the Buckinghams. Who presented the Buckinghams? Because I love the Buckinghams.
I did.
Okay, Larry.
I'll send you the link for the.
So I guess that extends my stay on here for at least another week. And I am not taking Micky Dolenz and Michael Nesmith's male porn movie. 70s pop under. I'm going double Larry. I'm going 70s pop underrated.
Cool.
Wow.
Okay. All right. So now everybody gets to show their mystery album.
Marcia.
Okay,
Marsha, what do you
so
got for us? This
my-
was your second, Marsha. If I wasn't taking Larry's, I was going with yours.
okay, mine is PJ Harvey.
Mhm.
Glad I didn't
Stories
take
from
it.
the city, stories from the sea.
Damn, I've been wanting to get into PJ Harvey for a while now. Damn, I would have taken that if I would have even guessed it at all.
Be glad I didn't take it.
I've never heard her. I just hear the name a lot, and I was curious.
Okay, Larry, yours.
Uh-oh,
Okay.
Larry, I'm biting my nails.
Now, anybody know these guys?
Oh, it's Flo and Eddie.
The Turtles.
Yeah.
No, it's not the Turtles, though. It's Flo and Eddie, and the album is Moving Targets.
I think I reviewed that
If I
once
had
on your-
known, I would have picked that
Yeah,
one.
it's actually it's less. There's less humor on it. It's a more serious album overall, and it's just a great pop rock album. Yeah.
Well, I'm
Was
glad
that
I've
the
got.
one they do the Eleanor or something on there?
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, I did. I reviewed that already on your.
Yeah.
When I did. Yeah.
I like that. I've got nothing but pop to listen to this week.
Cool.
All right, Glenn. what's
Okay.
your Secret Santa. Oh, that's right. The unveiling.
Drum roll, please.
Mountain? Is that Mountain? Yeah.
Donovan.
Oh,
Okay.
Donovan.
Donovan. Okay.
All right.
I have that album.
I do too. Donovan, I think I do. Which one is it?
Sunshine
Sunshine
Superman.
Superman.
Yeah. I've got that one. That's great.
All right, Chris.
All right. Really quickly. Okay, I wrote down the album from Glenn. All right. Nirvana 80s record. It was a clue. It is the Cult
Oh,
of
no.
Love. And why is it the Nirvana 80s record? Because Nirvana is the name of the first song on this record. And it came out in the 80s.
So, what does record have to do with it?
That's a solid album.
It's an out. Well, it's just a record.
And also, Glenn, isn't Donovan Scottish?
I believe Donovan is Scottish.
Oh well, I was close.
That's so. We might as well throw it out there before people start ripping you apart in the
Yeah, they'll
comments.
be they'll be giving me his birth certificate. Any second now.
Another thing for Sam to root before. Okay, so mine is Glenn. Bob Dylan's daughter
Is married to
is married to Peter Himmelman. This is his album from 1989, Synesthesia. You talk about a good sounding album. Oh my God, you play this to test out your sound system. Oh, just fantastic. There's a song on here. I don't care if you listen to the album or not. Just go listen to the song 245 Days by Peter Himmelman.
I've never heard of the guy.
Who is he?
Fantastic. He's got, I bet you he's probably has 20 albums under his solo name. Then he's in like 2 side project bands, but also he does soundtracks and songs for TV shows. Like he's done stuff for Ally McBeal and a couple other TV shows. Yeah, he's very successful. He has another side business where he teaches. He's got some big time corporations as clients, like AT&T, and it kind of does like team building, that kind of stuff. So
Wow.
is he a pop artist or a country artist or a folk artist?
I would say that is, well, if you listen to 245 Days, it's definitely has a pop feel to it. But yeah.
I've never heard that name.
I think I had the album for 10 years before I even found out he was Bob Dylan's son-in-law.
Okay.
So,
Does Bob know?
I believe
Does
Bob
Bob
knows.
care?
So, well, there we go. That is it. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Hope to see your picks in the comments, and we will be back next week to give our scores.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Adios, amigo, as Anthony at Gambler 812 would say.